Hello dear friends, I am Mr. Kailas Sontakke, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Gopikabai Sitaram Gawande Mahavidyalaya, Umarkhed, District Yavatmal, Maharashtra. In my previous video, we have seen anatomy of plants, and in that we have seen the meristematic tissue and simple permanent tissue. Now the remaining part we will see in this lecture. So before going forward, we will see this today's learning objectives, what we will learn today. So firstly, we will see the what is complex tissue, then the types of complex tissue, that is xylem and phloem, in detail. So we all know that tissue is a group of cell which has the same origin, same structure and performing a common function that we know as a tissue. And if there is only one kind of cells in that, then it is known as a simple tissue, while the complex tissue consists of more than one type of cells which work together as a unit. So this tissue, which are made up of different kind of cells performing a common function, are called as a complex tissue. They are heterogeneous in nature, which means it consists of different types of cells. So this complex tissue helps in the transportation of organic material such as water and minerals up and down of the plants. So this is the main function of this complex tissue. So this complex tissue is often two types, such as xylem and phloem. So we all know that xylem and phloem are the complex tissue which constitute the components of vascular bundle. So that's why they are also called as vascular tissues. So these both xylem and phloem are involved in the transportation of water and mineral in a dissolved form respectively. So these are the two types of complex tissue. These are xylem and phloem. So that we will see one by one. So the first one is the xylem. So xylem is a dead tissue. It is a complex tissue. It is also known as wood or vascular tissue. The conduction of water and minerals, generally from root to stem, lateral branches, leaves, flowers and fruits, is the primary function of the xylem. Hence, it is also known as conducting tissue. Xylem also functions as a mechanical tissue and gives strength to the plant body. It is heterogeneous in nature. It is composed of four different kinds of constituent elements called as the xylem elements. So that's why it is a heterogeneous in nature. So these four xylem elements are xylem vessels, xylem tracheids, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. So that we will see one by one. So the vessels are the cylindrical pipe-like structure. They run vertically through the plant body. They are about 10 to 13 centimeter in length, and they are thick walled and circular in outline. If we take a TS, then we will see that these cells are dead due to the hard lignified walls and without any protoplasmic content. They form a conducting strand of the plant body. They are very common in almost all angiospermic plants with a few exceptions. They are absent in pteridophytes and gymnosperms. So these xylem vessels are absent in pteridophytes and gymnosperms. So the next element is the xylem tracheids. These tracheids are elongated tube-like thick wall structures with tapering ends. They are present in the form of many vertical rows in the plant body. The cells are with wide lumen or cavity. They are dead cells with hard lignified cell walls and without protoplasmic content. They form a conducting strand of the plant body. They are very common in pteridophytes and gymnosperm, and they are also more abundant in secondary wood of dicot stem. Then the third element of the xylem is xylem parenchyma. So this xylem parenchyma is also known as a wood parenchyma. It is a group of living thin walled cells containing food material. It helps directly or indirectly in the conduction of water through tracheids and vessels. And the last portion or the last element of the xylem is xylem sclerenchyma. which is also known as wood fibers. So these xylem sclerenchyma are narrow, thick wall, elongated fiber-like structure with pointed ends. They are also called as wood fibers. They are the dead cells with hard lignified walls and without any protoplasmic content. They give mechanical support to the plant body. They are very common in secondary xylem of dicot stem. So these are the xylem sclerenchyma, and we have seen this xylem element that are the xylem vessels, xylem tracheids, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. Now we will move towards the next complex tissue, that is phloem. So this phloem is a living complex vascular or conducting tissue. It is also called as a bast because the phloem fibers of some plants are used in the binding purpose. Again, it is also heterogeneous in nature, means it consists of different kinds of cells or elements, and the primary function of the phloem is the conduction of food material in a dissolved form, generally from green leaves to the storage organ and the growing tip of a plant body. The phloem is composed of four different kinds of elements called as phloem elements. So these are the four elements: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem sclerenchyma, also known as phloem fibers. So these sieve tubes are the cylinder tubular structures made up of elongated thin wall cells placed end to end in a several vertical rows. These sieve tubes have many transverse walls in their structure, and these transverse walls are perforated and are known as a sieve plates. These sieve plates are oblique in nature and horizontal in position. The sieve tubes also contain stream of protoplasm with dissolved food material which passes through the perforated sieve plates, and the sieve tubes are mainly concerned with the longitudinal transportation of soluble food material. And the next element is the companion cells. These companion cells are elongated thin wall cells in association with the sieve tubes, and these cells are known as the companion cells. The companion cells contain vacuolated protoplasm and elongated nucleus. These cells help the sieve tube in the conduction of food material. So we can see here these companion cells are associated with these sieve tube cells, which helps them in transportation of food material. Then the next element of phloem is phloem parenchyma. So these are short cylindrical thin wall cells, and they are usually store the food material and help in the conduction of the same. These are absent in monocots. So this is the one of the important thing, that these phloem parenchyma are absent in monocots. And the last element of this phloem is phloem sclerenchyma or fibers. So these are narrow, dead, thick walled cells with narrow lumen or cavity. These are also known as phloem fibers or bast fibers because the fibers are used in the binding purpose, so that's why they are known as a bast fibers. So these are the four elements of phloem that we have seen: the complex tissue, that is xylem and phloem. And if we look at this, the difference between xylem and phloem, so these are the distinct differences that we can see between these two complex tissues. So we know that xylem is involved in transportation of water and mineral from root to apical parts, while the phloem, it transport food material from leaves to the growing part of the plant. Then the next difference is xylem consists of tracheid vessels, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma, while phloem consists of sieve tube, sieve cells, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Now this xylem parenchyma is living, and in phloem, sieve tube, sieve cells, companion cells and phloem parenchyma all are living. So this xylem is dead tissue, while phloem is generally regarded as a living tissue. Then the tracheids, vessels and xylem fibers are dead, while in phloem all the cells are living in nature, or the sieve tube sieve cells and companion cells, these are living in nature. Xylem gives mechanical strength to the plant while phloem does not give it. Conduction of water by xylem is unidirectional, that is from root to apical part of the plant, but the conduction of food material is a bidirectional with the help of this phloem, that is from leaves to the storage organs or growing part, or from the storage organ to the growing part of the plant. So this xylem is star shape while phloem is not a star shape. Then xylem occupies at the center of the vascular bundle while this phloem occur on outer side of the vascular bundles. So these xylems are tubular and with hard walled cells, while these phloem are tubular with soft wall cells. So these are the major differences that are in between this xylem and phloem. So these are the references that I have utilized for this presentation, and thank you very much for listening and watching my videos. Thank you.